Okay, hi there, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're doing great. Well, welcome to you. And today I have some good news regarding Djokovic because the Federal Circuit Court judge Anthony Kelly has basically given a decision according to which now he is allowed and he basically has to come out of the detention because the court simply gave a decision to simply take him out immediately after 30 minutes of the decision. And he simply called it to be an unreasonable decision that was taken by the Australian government side, simply putting him inside this immigration detention. So partially we can say that we are kind of hopeful that he may have a chance, but the problem is that there is a person who is basically the immigration minister of Australia, Alex Hawke. He holds the authority of cancelling the visa again, despite the decision that has been given by the Federal Circuit Court. So, the situation is still two-way. We are not sure, it's kind of undecisive. We can't say whether he will be in a position to play or not. And if the case continues within court and the cases are continuing, then Australian Open would already be over and Djokovic will be just fighting for his case. So let's hope, let's pray that everything turns out to be well, it gets sorted out. But till that time, so many things happen, especially on Sunday. A night in which, and a day of course, in which 3 tournaments final were held. Adelaide International, and then Melbourne Somerset, and last week the ATP Cup. I was following them one after the other, not almost like each and every match because we have some other things to do also. But it was after all the final, the grand finale, and of course the toughest of the tough players were there facing each other out, teams, players, and it turned out to be a very nice combat, whether we talk about any one tournament or the 3 of them all together. So starting from, of course, the Adelaide International, the final that was played between Monfils and Khachanov, it was really nice. The way it began, the way it ended. Hitting was deep, nice, and whenever I watch a match in which Monfils is basically playing, so he simply turns that match into an entertainment session also. Comes up with some funny stuff every time. So, he has this style in which he surprises the opponent by simply acting like as though he has simply lost his control, and then he played a drop shot in which he was looking at a side and then all of a sudden he came back to play a winner. So that's the way he did, and almost he had a control of one point in which Khachanov simply went all the way back to the court and then played a betweener. But the moment he played the betweener, now the whole point was in the control of Monfils and he just had to put it aside and then he missed a volley. So sometimes after playing such a nice point, he can do such a thing, a lazy kind of point also. But other than that, he played a really nice match, and after all, he was called and declared to be the champion after winning with 2 sets. Other than that, as I told you in the previous videos also, Nadal is giving some good performance and he faced Cressey, an American player, in Melbourne Somerset final. That match was also very much interesting. I was just following each and every match point. So it was really nice, really entertaining, and the shots were really good, great. Side to side movement was there. Nadal almost remained quite dominant, especially in the first set. Second set turned out to be a little bit interesting, in which Cressey started to, come up with some strategies, playing at very side corners, some short balls and some side balls. He was making Nadal run for each point. As a result of which, Nadal broke. Cressey was able to win a break point against him and went to an early lead in the second set. But then I saw a change in Nadal's game. Also, he came up with a good contingency plan. According to that plan, you basically have to see it in the video shots, in which he was attacking Cressey's serve every time. For example, they both are standing at deuce side and Cressey is, let's say, serving him. So Nadal would find a way to simply hit a return that is deep and down the line. So that makes the opponent run to the other side of the court because he's already at the deuce side of the court, and now he has to run all the way towards the ad side, and that is how he would simply take the point. The same thing happened when Cressey was serving from the ad side, and again Nadal would simply hit down the line towards the deuce side of the court. Again, that is how he won 2 or 3 points, and he broke back also. So that was such a nice way in which he just took the point, and I could simply say the guy not only plays with aggression, but now he has some good experience and good control over the ball also. So that is how he won the tournament, his 89th title, especially in Australia. And lastly, coming towards the ATP Cup that was held in Sydney, facing like the two countries, Spain and Canada. Both teams were quite competitive. I really enjoyed the game that was played. I was expecting a third game also, a third match that is going to be a doubles match, but that never happened because the Canadian team was quite dominant. If I talk about Shapovalov facing Busta, so he remained totally dominant throughout the game. I'm not saying as though Busta hasn't tried his best. He was coming up with some good shots, deep, straight down the line as well as cross courts. He was hitting at every corner, but Shapovalov was able to find a way to put the ball back every time. There were some mishits from him, but other than that, he played really nice. Other than that, if I talk about Ogier Aliassime against Agut, so they, like, I was just wondering what is happening, because whenever they would just take a start of playing a point, they would start a backhand drill, so back and forth, back and forth. They both start playing at backhand sides, and after after a hits of 5 to 6 knocking, then they would simply shift the direction of the ball towards like down the line or deuce court, and finally I would say, okay, now someone is going to win a point after this long session of deep hitting. But other than that, Aliassime was quite dominant. He got lucky at some points also, but it was really great. It was really nice. But as I said, it was like a backhand war that was happening between the two players, and at times I noticed that it was just a wait of some of these, like one of these two players to make the error. Every time like Agut was going to or made an error, Ogier Aliassime simply took the opportunity of finishing the ball immediately without waiting for another second chance. So that is how he won most of the points, and he took the game. There was one lob that I really enjoyed by Agut, because Aliassime thought that he has already won the point, but Agut was able to simply find a way out to simply put the ball back through a lob that was quite deep, and it simply fell back inside the court, quite close to the baseline, the ad side of the baseline, so at the very corner. And even Ogier was laughing at it, the way it has simply fallen there, because he was also expecting that the point is almost the ball is going out. But nevertheless, Canadian team was strong and it was able to fight back for it, and I really enjoyed the game. There were I can say that it's a good start towards Australian Open, the way all these teams, players are coming towards the tournament. I can expect some good competition to be happening, and it's going to be a really fun and entertaining session for all the viewers, whether you'll be watching there in the stadium or virtually or through metaverse. So good luck to each and every one of you. Enjoy the game. I'll see you with some more reviews also. Take care. Bye bye.